You just started recording.
Why did it start recording?
I'm not really sure.
It was the ghost. It was the ghost telling us to just start.
Is it John? It
was John. Well, welcome to the podcast. I'm Not Ranting, You're Ranting. The show where we rant to you and you rant to us in the comments. I'm Ezra.
And this is Gabe.
And today we're going to be discussing
why Part 6 might just deserve a rewatch, or at least another look through for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Stone Ocean?
Yeah.
I don't know why I paused there. I know it. Anyways, before we get into it, for some podcast, first episode, if this does well, hopefully we will continue talking about JoJo's. But if we are going to do this, we're going to bring up, we thought about this prior. We are not Japanese. We're going to mess up some names. Jotaro, anyway, we're going to be messing them up as we go through. When it comes to stands, they're a big thing in JoJo's. A lot of the names in JoJo's are big, but the thing is, we all know, if you've seen it, if you know anything about JoJo's, there's a lot of issue with localization. And so we both have seen it in different ways, and we both kind of know a lot of the names, and sometimes we both don't know a lot of the names. Mm-hmm. So we might use the English or the original Japanese name sometimes. So we might use Limp Bizkit or Flaccid Pancake.
Which is still really funny.
And, that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so y'all just got to bear with us. And if you don't like it, you can rant about it in the comments. That's what this is all about. Just friendly ranting today.
Yeah. Yeah. I think before we actually get started into our points, we should bring up our experience watching JoJo's.
Yes. I think I have the most experience. I've seen it. I've read it. I got into it in high school because of a friend of mine. He got me to start at part 1 right before part 4 was coming out, and I was gonna read part 5, and he said, no, don't do that. Start at 4, and I was like, part 4 is coming out soon. And he's like, no, you're gonna finish 4 before it even comes out, and he was right. I did, and glad I took his advice.
Did you skip parts?
Well, for the manga, I didn't read 1 through 3 fully. So that is the thing. I don't know anything about part 1 through 3's manga, but I did read the manga for the rest.
Yeah.
And I'm caught up for part 9 so far.
Oh, dang. I didn't even know that. You freaking nerd.
I'm a fan. I've been a fan for a while. And that's the point. I've been a fan since, almost 10 years? I haven't been around for the whole time, but I've been around.
You've been here since it was created.
No, I'm not even as old as the fan base. I'm not as old as the manga. I'm close, but not that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And I just got so sick and tired. The real reason I watched JoJo's was because I got so sick and tired of not knowing the jokes that you and the other friends were making. And I just wanted to be part of it. So I watched it out of spite, and then I just really fell in love with it. I think I don't think you even knew that.
Dude, this is the story oldest time for JoJo's.
So
it's thieves' cans.
Yes, exactly. So our experiences are vastly different. I binge watched it in the span of maybe a month. Mm-hmm. So I have a very different experience watching it than you do.
Yeah, and the reason why we're even bringing this up is because, again, we're trying to talk about why we just think Part 6 deserves a rewatch. Mm-hmm. And the main thing with that is a lot of the fan base throughout history has had a little bit of an issue. Part 6 has had just some production issues, I think, honestly, mm-hmm. and just release issues. And it's just led to it being one of those parts that's just kind of, I think, looked at in an unfavorable way for reasons that was outside the story's control.
Yeah, definitely. And although I don't have experience actually seeing that fold out in real time, I did see the impact of it on the community, even now, as I see a bunch of people hating on Part 6 for no reason other than the production issues that I had.
So context, Part 7's not aired yet or anything like that. Yeah. It's coming out, or it's been announced, it's coming out. We just don't know what's coming out this year or next year. And that's why we're talking about Part 6 and its production. But yeah.
Also, I think another note before we did I've done some rankings of the parts, and we won't get into that today, but I did rank Part 6 pretty high on my list. So I do think, although I think I do have a different experience because I did not watch it when it came out. I do think I like it more because of that.
But I think it would be good to see your perspective on this because you didn't have that initial. Well, I guess we'll get into the first thing, the batch release.
Oh yes.
For part 6, every other part beforehand, I cannot even. Part 1 through 3 was aired before I started watching, but from what I was told, what I understand, it was also an episode release every week, just like 1 through 5 or 4 and 5 was. That's how I watched them. I even remember how part 5 was delayed because of the Olympics that year, and so the ending for it didn't come out for like an extra month almost.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. Oh my god, that is so insane.
Yeah. So I remember having to wait to watch the ending, and it was because I read the manga.
Which part?
For part 5, and I read the manga.
The last episode?
Like the last, no, not. It was the last 2. I think it was the last 2, because I know because it was Sleeping Slaves, and I knew that was going to tick people off a little bit, but luckily it didn't because no one. It wasn't an issue that persisted after that like month when it was airing, so it was fine. But again, that's one of those things though where things that are outside the story and the animator's control can maybe affect, because again, Sleeping Slaves is not how you want to end off a part like that. Oh, like especially after waiting a month. But I don't think, I want to say it was like the last 2 episodes they aired. Either the last 2 or the last 1. Like that. Oh man, it's been years since I looked into this more. To fact check that.
Well, you can add it in post.
Add it in post. Oh, get an angry comment or something.
To be like, you don't know JoJo's well enough.
And then I'll have to like fact check myself and cry when I'm wrong or something.
It's fine. It's fine.
But the batch release for part 6, yes.
Yes.
It was the only part so far. It was released by Netflix. It was the only part. Netflix was where it was airing, I guess, and it came out in 3 sections. It went from December 20.
Oh, I wrote this down. I don't remember.
December 2021, and then 2022. It was somewhere in the middle, and then it ended on December 22. Right? Yeah, it took almost a full year.
It took 9 months between the first batch and the second batch.
Yeah, and then the second one,
which is insane.
The
when I say that out loud,
it's a little bit better, but I think a lot of fans were okay with the wait because
fans were okay with the wait. They had to wait.
Okay, we had to wait regardless. But so we were just twinning. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Not okay with the wait, but okay. You mentioned the production value of part 6.
Oh yes, I have mentioned the production value.
Do you remember anything specific? Because I can think of one right now.
Okay, go.
In that first batch, it was Jumping Jack Flash.
Oh yes.
And I know a lot of people brought that up too, because the way it looked, it looked CGI. It didn't look too good. Yeah. And it was one of those noticeable, like, oh, they might not have had enough time to do these things. And a lot of people felt like if they had the episode released weekly, they would have had 3 months to get to the episode. Yeah. It would have they had more time to like work on it, but also.
What's the release time between part 5 and part 6? What's the difference there? Because they also could have just had enough time to work more on that batch.
Oh, when would part 5 come out? 2019? 2018, 2019? Part 4 came out 2017. I know that for a fact because that's where you graduated. Or finished 2017. Okay. Finished airing like December of like 2016 or December or January 2017. Gotcha. I want to say part 5 came out 2019 and ended in like, or it came out 2020. Oh man. Came out 2019, ended it had to have ended in 2020 because that's when the Summer Olympics interrupted its final airing. Okay. So there you go. 2020.
So what's the spacing between that and part 6?
Like,
when did part 6 air?
December of 2021. So if what I'm thinking right now is right.
Okay.
Without any like fact checking right now, which
spitballing.
About a month and maybe 5, 6. No wait, a year and 5 and 6 months, not a month. 1 year and 5 to 6 months.
Okay, they had some time.
They had some time between the end of part 5 and the beginning of part 6. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It was 2021. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Make it sure.
So back to the original topic of batch releases and how that kind of messed up the...
So it kind of ruined a lot of the hype when it was initially airing. I know a lot of people mentioned it. They missed JoJo Friday. That was a huge thing in the fan base. I've been in the groups for a long time. Every week you would have just people posting about what was going on. And each episode, to bring back to part 5 and how that was going, like that was when I was like full swing in the fan base, and still am. But you have everyone was hyped up for the 7-page Muda getting, because they were like, are they actually going to like do it? And they did. They did like 30. It was like 30 seconds, I think.
I think it was like, you say 30.
I think it was like 20 something, wasn't it?
I can Google this. I think it's longer, actually. I thought it was like 45, honestly. But I also haven't looked at it in a while.
Well, fact check this, but not like the airing days of JoJo's. The 7-page Muda was a big one. I guess.
I got time.
Then I think it was an interesting part. Like every week was something different, and then towards the end, I don't know if you were watching on Crunchyroll.
YouTube.
Was an issue airing part 5 where they switched the subtitles to, I believe, fruit baskets for one of the episodes, and it was just like
30 seconds.
Really weird. 30 seconds for the
30 seconds.
30 seconds. So
according to Google AI.
We'll take it. We'll take that for now. Well, listen. Anyway, yeah. So 7-page Muda. Oh.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, dude, I lost it. I just lost it. 7-page Muda. 7-page Muda.
You gotta do that for 30 more seconds.
Until I get it. I can keep going.
Please don't.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna segue because we forgot where we were. The next point is on batch releases, the intro change, or the lack of intro change between batch 1 and batch 2.
Yes.
And I did go back today. Remember how I told you that there was sound effects?
Yeah.
I went back today and it's still there on Netflix.
Yes. Okay, so this is something we brought up about part 6. Some people brought up the fact that for the batch releases, they used only 2 openings. They used the same opening for the first batch and the second batch. And I didn't know until I forgot until they brought it up.
Yeah, that they used sound effects on the last episode of the first batch, and then did not change the intro for batch 2, which was very odd. And not only that, but they did. Okay, I can't say that fact without saying that they did in fact change. Like, it's an alternate ending, but it's the same intro.
Yeah, it's the same song. And to give a little context on why this part, I mean, usually when you add the sound effect part to any of the JoJo's openings, they're getting ready to go into the next one, or the part's ending. Like that's like the final one, like, and it's like, ooh, cool sound effects, and
it's like something that's really hyped and like looked for, and like it's something that fans draw attention to, and the fact that it kind of got shit on was kind of like, whoa.
Because I mean, I see why people like were upset about that, because part 4 and part 5, again, part 4 had 3 openings, part 5 had just 2, and they're both about the same length as part 6. The thing is, part 5 may have had 2 openings as well, but they didn't. I mean, we're not counting alternates, like the stands, the boss alternate endings is what I'm going to refer to them for now. Just counting like the base openings, just 2. But they didn't do the sound effect thing. They didn't do that and then continue with I cannot remember the name of it. I know Coda did it. I cannot remember the name of the first opening for part 5. Oh, it's Fighting Gold.
I was about to be like, are you serious? Are you serious?
I was gonna cry. Fighting Gold. I know. I'm gonna.
You're gonna get so much hate in the comments.
I'm gonna get hate. Oh, part 5 is one of my favorite. I'm gonna get hate. Do it.
Insert a photo of us dressing up as JoJo characters for Halloween.
Anyways, got this. My dad got me this off of probably either a thrift store or Temu or something, but it has all the JoJos.
I don't have any merch because I'm lame.
You did your makeup inspired by Jolene.
Yeah, I did.
For the day.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. Anyways, I'm not ranting, you're ranting.
I'm not ranting, you're ranting.
Let's batch releases.
Yeah.
Batch releases in the opening. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why that might have like gotten a few fans to rub the wrong way.
Yeah. See, personally, just because I'm not as involved in the actual fan base, like all of the fans that I know are my friends. So it made me irritated, but it didn't make me go, oh no, this is horrible. Like, it was kind of like bad, but like it's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
It may have been a production slip. It may have been like just, but the fact that they haven't fixed it kind of means that it's not a production slip and it's meant to be that way. But, or they just went, okay, we messed up and we're just going to keep it.
Yeah.
But.
Which is fair. I mean, changing it now isn't really like much. Plus, I don't think it's.
They do change things though. They have visual changes between what was actually released and what it was like on like I think Blu-ray.
Well, yeah, those
changes, but not like just like visual changes, but also like logos. Like they'll change logos, or they'll change just like design choices of like I think Emporio's cap design got changed for that.
Which is another thing why we get to rewatch, because the production issues are getting a little hammered out. They're not fixing. I mean, they're probably not going to fix the opening thing. I'm not.
Yeah. I'm not expecting that to be fixed.
But like you mentioned with Emporio's cap, they'll fix it.
Mm-hmm.
They will fix things in post for Blu-rays all the time, especially for anime, because that's where they get a lot of the money to help fund anime projects.
Mm-hmm.
Is merch releases, Blu-rays, it's all that.
Yeah.
Which is why it's good to support your anything you're into by buying merch or whatever, like from physical sources, the best you can. If you can, you know.
I have a very different take on merch. Anyway, so we will get into it on a different episode.
I mean, you can have fun fan stuff. I love fan stuff.
I think merch is ugly. We can talk about it later.
You're calling this ugly?
Yes, Gabe, that is ugly.
Honestly, I feel weird wearing it. It's so weird. But oh well. I'm not right.
What is like the background supposed to be on it? Like the actual like.
This is blue. It's like a blue spider web.
But is it?
It's like Jolene's blue, or like it's like Jolene's. Like that's also why it's like, hey, it kind of matches, but it's like it's like the first six.
Why is it blue though? Isn't her outfit kind of like green?
Yes, the effect is right there. You can compare the color. It's like, wow, you can get their whole leg.
Is that all of Jolene?
Yeah, that's all of Jolene.
No, that's all that's on of her that's on that shirt. It's just her legs.
The back, but yeah. Yeah. Too much Jolene talk today. What is this about? Part 6?
Oh my god. But,
I think we brought up Jolene like a handful of times so far.
But we are actually going to get into Jolene because I love Jolene as a character so much. I'm not going to rant, but...
Okay, well, we mentioned why like it had some issues with its production, and so it seems like that was an issue for part 6, and it could have, again, going back to the manga too, when it came out, keep in mind, part 6 does not have an official release by Fizz Media, which is the publication company that makes and publishes JoJo's manga currently. It does not have an official English release. So any source that you're reading has to be like from an online source like that was translated like more recently, or if you were reading this like chapter to chapter like online, you were using sources that were translated anywhere you can get them that were maybe not entirely legit, which at the time it can hurt a anime, it can hurt a show to have just a bad translation. And part 6 kind of had that when it first came out.
But also all the memes.
Oh my god.
It's a double-edged sword.
Or to know part 4 had the Dwang scans, which I mean, a lot of fun stuff came out of those scans. A lot of those, because from the story, it was a Chinese fan of JoJo's who translated from Japanese to English, or Japanese to Chinese to English. Like, I don't believe the person who did it. Like, this is all this, like, I can't remember. I got to look into the Dwang thing again. But the Dwang thing.
I thought you were an expert.
It's been a while. I've been a while since I looked into the Dwang thing.
I thought you were an expert on everything JoJo's.
How often do I get to talk about the Dwang thing for JoJo's? Like, it's not that known thing. No one knows the manga much anymore.
Oh.
So like, but yeah, it had such a terrible manga at the time, and that a lot of people who were looking to find JoJo's would find that scan, read it, and then like, what the heck is this? Like, fix my spaghetti? Like, this is like insane. Like it hurt the fan base just a little bit. Like no, and that's something you got to think about. How it's presented to someone can hurt the story.
Yeah.
And again, we haven't brought up the story because it's just other things outside the story can just hurt how it's perceived.
Yeah. I think if you, and that's not even talking about the philosophy, if you go, hey, this thing sucks, look at it, they're automatically gonna go at it with a negative lens. So if you, because of all of the discourse already online, it does discourage new fans from actually watching part 6 because they're like, oh, well, it sucks, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
And to get into the fact that it's also a Shonen anime, and that when it first came out on I don't think he wasn't in Shonen Jump at the time. His editor was even like, his editor was like, you're having a female lead for a Shonen manga, like, and it was even to the point where they didn't allow Nasui to be like Anastasia. They didn't allow Nasui to stay a woman character because they knew that was supposed to be a love interest character for Jolene, and the editor was like, "There's no way we can publish that. There's no way we're doing that."
Yeah. And I do wonder what would have been like the differences in the thing if they actually went that route. And
that's really weird because again, part 6's story is really good. I think. Like I'm not saying I think I really like the story of part 6. I read it. I remember hearing a little bit like it being a more controversial part, one of the least liked parts. I also heard things about part 5, and I really liked part 5.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were shitting on part 5
but again, it was also because. He wasn't like it. You don't have to watch it to get the main storyline, but truthfully, each part of it is pretty self-contained, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I mean, I think the only thing you need to know for part 3 is that Joseph has beef. Joseph's grandfather had beef with this vampire, and now Jotaro has to deal with it because granddad says, "Come here."
Yeah.
Like that was all that was really needed to get into the part. I mean, again, Jotaro's like. Holly was at the hospital. I mean, I can't overlook that, but still, there wasn't much.
It explains itself.
It explains itself pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need. There's not a lot you need from the previous part to get into the next part. There.
I mean, you don't need to even watch part 2 to get into part 3, but we won't get into that.
I mean, most of them are pretty self-contained stories, but. I don't think I'm going to sit here and say like, oh, you got to skip around like when you're watching. I mean, maybe probably.
Okay, you can skip around can you skip parts? I'm gonna make a 2-sentence commentary on if you can skip parts. You can skip parts, but you will lose some of the impact and emotional impact of the story if you do so.
Yes, and that is true.
That is my only thing. That is the only commentary.
That's why
you can, but you lose a lot. You don't lose the story, you lose the emotional impact around the story.
Plus, if you're already watching it, the idea of skipping is like...
Why?
Yeah, you're already watching it.
You're already watching it. At that point, just watch.
I don't think anyone's like doing that too much, so... Part 6.
Part 6. Why it's actually good.
Why you should at least give it another watch. Again, it's been out for a while. The production issues it had when it first came out have been like smoothened out a little bit better.
And I think people have beaten it out to death on why it is bad.
Yeah, so truly we're just trying to bridge a gap between it's garbage and maybe you're giving it another watch.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. We're not trying to sit here and say it is the pinnacle of JoJo's. It is the best of the 6 that are out. Like, that's not what we're saying. It's just give it another watch. It deserves another watch.
Yeah.
It deserves another read. Deserves another... Any way you want to digest it again. Just
look at it.
Yeah, just look at it.
I think Jolene is an amazing protagonist. And I could rant forever about how much I love Jolene as a protagonist.
Right.
Especially, I'm going to start off with the way we see one of the most least experienced people with stance and out of all the main JoJo's. We see that. But just the sheer vulnerability we see of her at the very beginning of the part versus how she grows to be such an amazing person by the end, like strong, intelligent, complex individual. It is just so beautiful to see. I absolutely love it. I love the character development. I love just watching her grow and shine. It is just amazing. One of those ways we can see that is actually from the way that she uses her stand. It is such a not flashy, not really combative stand, like combat-oriented stand, but you see her use it in fantastic, creative ways throughout the series.
Yes. One of the first things part 4 that I think I noticed was the Highway Star fight really demonstrates this. Or actually, I think Red Hot Chili Peppers too really demonstrates this how good Josuke was with his stand.
Yeah.
How much he understood it, and you kind of understand. Yeah, there's a sense that his stand's good, and he knows it, kind of thing. With Jolene, you don't really get that sense like throughout the part. Like you don't know what they can do with that stand a lot of the time. And it would, again, a lot of times with JoJo's, it's like, I didn't think they could do that with their stand anyways.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, and that's kind of the cool thing about it. But having her stand's a punchy ghost with string.
Yeah.
And it's also not as strong as Jotaro's. It's not as strong as Josuke's. It's not.
Yeah.
I think its power's on par with the Goat Experience, actually. It's either C, maybe might have been a B.
I didn't look at it.
We should look this stand. We should look at the stand. But it's the fact that they use it in such creative ways is what helped so much. Again, the Mobius strip thing.
Yes. Yes.
The ballistic vest, like
even just simple examples at the very beginning of the part of like using the string to communicate.
Yes.
Or using the string to create a web to sense things and do like reconnaissance stuff. Yeah. Even just like simple ways of using it are so creative.
Which I think you mentioned before, the prison.
Yes.
It is a hamper on part 6's like initial start.
Yeah.
But I think it also helps a little bit to show the versatility of her stand early on.
Yes.
It taking place in prison, it's kind of like a boring setting. Like not boring, like prison's not boring, but
not only is it a constant, so it's not a very changing environment.
Yeah. And
not only that, it's just dull. Like it visually is dull. There's not a lot of things going on visually. There's not a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Story-wise,
to compare it to like part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're all traveling. They're all in these nice locations.
Especially 3, 4, and 5, you really see like different environments constantly.
Yeah.
And even in Morio, you see like you're seeing the entirety of it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different locations there that you're seeing, and it's very varied.
And I think before they
Our
get
light
out
is gone.
before they get out of prison, you have the Foo Fighter fight, which is like out in the swamp, and it's near a shed.
Yeah. And
which is again, it's a change of pace, it's a change of environment, but then you have the Green Baby incident with the solitary after in solitary confinement. That's a new location, and then it goes into the Green Baby thing where they go outside. That's a little bit of a scenery change, but
also the courtyard.
The courtyard for Marilyn Manson's fight.
But I wasn't even mentioning that. I was also mentioning like going to the courtyard. Yeah. Going to the courtyard. I have so much to say about that.
But then outside of that, everything else is just kind of like generic prison shot. Yeah. Like it's a little dull for what JoJo's is used to.
Yeah. But I think it's also made to make you feel like Jolene and make you feel stuck. Like I think it's intentionally like dull and like constant so that you feel like the impact of being stuck in a location.
Yeah. Because that's also another thing. Jolene's in jail. They can't really get out. They can't really do much. I mean, they could have tried. I mean, we found out later that they had like jailhouse lock, which something they couldn't have tried. I mean, they could have, but
Yeah.
But you're stuck in a place, you can't get out of it, and it's just kind of, there's no call to action because Jolene as a character has to wait.
Yeah.
They have to wait till something happens, till they get information, till they crack in the case, things like that. They have to wait till something comes to them.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can really do to find anything new.
And that's supposed to make you feel vulnerable.
Yeah. But again, it's a huge step away from how the other parts start off.
Yeah.
I mean, part 4, you get into the action, and Josuke's kind of waiting around too, but that's also at least like the scene that he's going about his daily life a lot of the time, and then things just happen in these weird locations. A lot of the battles are like honestly some really odd spots.
Yeah.
On the pier, again, Highway Stars fight's insane. Part 5. Same thing, even though this takes place Italy. I can't remember where in Italy part 5 first takes place, but it still has a different variety of locations in the beginning. Oh, actually, it does. Oh, dude, it does. it switches up pretty fast.
Yeah, and I think that though the feeling stuck in the prison. What?
And of course, part 3.
Oh yeah.
Every episode,
I think the location being like the same for part 6. We're stuck in the prison. I think that really shows, again, like going back to like the versatility of stands, like her using her stand in really like unique, cool ways, and you really get to see that build up because she is stuck, and all she can do is just react to what's ever happening to her. So,
and I will say, I think it also helps to bring about. There's a lot of really close up fights in part 6 where Jolene. A lot of times when someone would get like within like a meter or two of Jotaro or like Josuke, even Gold Experience because of his ability to like amplify life. If getting within their range means you're done. You're done.
Yeah.
But a lot of times with Jolene, you just didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
Because other punchy ghosts could contest it just fine, and even then, she had power behind her hits. She beat Marilyn Manson's user just fine, but it wasn't to the same degree, it wasn't to the same speed.
Yeah, and I think other people in the part looking down on Jolene really shows, like just like how the fan base looks down on Jolene, really shows how strong she is as a character. Yeah. Being able to defeat and like be at par with some of these really, really strong people, people with really, really strong physical stands, and her able to use her stand in creative ways against that. Yeah. Also, the character design is just really cool. I really like her character design. I do like a lot of part 6 characters. I like a lot of the stands of part 6. Yeah. I think that they're insanely interesting, and it's always dark. It's always like you never know what's happening, and I love that because before in like part 3 you could be like, oh, you can kind of guess what people like stands would do, like kind of like, oh, this kind of does this and this, but the stands just got more and more complex as the series went on.
Like what, for context, what stand in part 3 were you guessing like, oh, I know what this does?
I mean like the boat and like like Dark Blue Moon and like you can like the car. You're like.
I was thinking literally the car in Dark Blue Moon when you said it. That's why I was like.
Like those are stands that you go, oh, that's a stand. Like you're never like, you're aware of the fact that there's an enemy stand user. Like that
car is
suspicious, and you always know that they're gonna win. And I feel like in part 6 there was less.
I mean, they didn't.
I feel like the stands in part 6 are a lot more complex. Obviously, because as you write more, you get more complex.
Yeah, I mean, compared to part, I think 3, they were very basic.
Yeah, and I think that really shows, again, because the stands are getting more complex. I really think that shows like, oh, Jolene's kind of simple stand against these really complex stands. Really, like you can see how strong that they act. Like her ability to use her stand is. It's not necessarily that. Stone Free is a magical, amazing fucking stand. I really do think it comes down to how good she is at adapting to being able to use her stand really quickly. And I don't know, I don't feel like she gets enough recognition for that.
Yeah, and again, we are generalizing a lot when we're saying things right now. It's of course just it's just one argument. Like it's not like everyone in JoJo, like we're not saying anything like that. We're not making a blanket statement against the whole community or nothing.
Oh yeah,
like that. It's like I love the JoJo's community. The fan base is amazing. I love being a part of the community.
Yeah. Obviously, I can't know what every other person is thinking about JoJo's.
This is just our take on some of the stuff about part 6 and the controversies at the time. Yeah. And honestly, if someone just rewatched, someone gives another chance, and maybe they didn't, maybe that's
also the intros are really cool. I think we talk about the intro.
Oh, another thing with the intros is Jolene has a 3D rendered intro.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
But the part 4 and 5 didn't, and a lot of people bring up it's because they're Jolene's bloodline.
Yes, I've heard this before.
Because Jonathan got one, Joseph got one, Jotaro got one, and Jolene got one. Giorno and Josuke did not get a 3D rendered opening.
That has to be a production thing.
It had to be a production thing.
It had to not be intentional.
Well, maybe though. I don't know if it was intentional, because it seems really weird to like, no, not the
even if
like sorry Josuke, your mom cheated, you don't get the good opening.
I like part 4's openings are some of my favorite openings.
We get to that later. Anyways, is there anything else we need to bring up about part 6?
I am running out of things to say.
Because I mean, again, we're not trying to. without going into the storyline and like why we think it's good, because this isn't about why we think it's good. It's simply about why it should.
Oh yeah, no, we should talk about the ending. We should definitely talk about the ending.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we haven't talked about the ending yet. We should definitely talk. Oh my god, we need to move.
We'll be fine. We'll finish this out. We'll finish this yellow mode.
Yeah, we'll be in yellow. We need to talk about the ending and like the not only the impact going forward of the ending, but the way the ending makes you need to rewatch it.
Yes.
I feel like just the ending itself makes you need to rewatch the show.
So
I mean the part. You know,
again, spoilers. Universal
skip
reset.
to this time. Yeah. For spoilers, a less spoiler version of this podcast.
They lose.
Yeah.
And they do kind of win. I mean, there's that bittersweet thing in the end, but even the creator himself mentioned like no, Jolene lost. Like she died. The clouds in the end are kind of for that purpose. Yeah. Another weirdly weird thing is that Foo Fighters was not originally in the clouds in the manga for Part 6.
Yeah.
And I think it's because the fact that Foo Fighters does not exist in timeline. Yeah. And which is something that personally that made me upset simply because I love Foo Fighters, one of my favorite characters of Part 6. And the fact that they don't, without the father, without the antagonist, without Pucci, there's literally no way for them to manifest unless you get someone else with that. Unless you, I don't know, make another sentient plankton colony, like giving it memories with another ability. Like, that's the point. Like, without, but for the anime, they put her in.
Yeah.
That's like a really weird thing.
Yeah, that is interesting. I also love Foo Fighters. I love their character. It's so funky.
Okay, but Foo Fighters, the ending again, the weird reset. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Jolene is the only JoJo. I mean, actually, I'll get into that. Jolene's not the only JoJo who lost her part. I mean, Jonathan lost. Jonathan lost. Like, you can't like after if you finishing Part 1, you can say he tied, but once you get to Part 3, you know he didn't. He lost that fight. Dio got his body. Dio's alive 100 years later, and then Jotaro has to deal with them. Like, so you can't really say that Jolene losing is an issue.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anyone's saying that.
I know that like watching other people's reactions, like my family's reaction to watching the ending of the part, was I'm mad, but not as mad as I thought I was gonna be. So I think it's fine. I think it's a perfectly fine ending, and I actually think it is a really good ending.
It's insanely good, but
no.
I can see it rubbing people the wrong way, but I think it's an insanely good ending.
I love it when, and I think in anime specifically, this is a common theme, is when authors take things and turn the expectations, like get you in a sense of comfortability, and then really spin you for a loop. And I think that was done really well here. Because even though, Jolene loses, Pucci didn't win.
Yeah.
Which...
He didn't win. That's another thing. Again, when I brought up the Dio thing, Dio beat, like, essentially won, I don't want to say won, but he didn't lose Part 1. He just kind of had to, like, step out for a minute. Yeah. Emporio beats Pucci in the end. Like, Jolene did kind of set up him for the win. Yeah. And so, they did better. Yeah. They did pretty good. Again, they fought against an unprecedented stand, like, which, oh my God, they get worse going forward.
Oh God, you're scaring me a little bit.
Wait till you get to Part 8. Anyways, so Maiden Heaven's ability, gravity, I think, I can't remember the exact reason why it speeds up time. I think it's because it just it just messes with gravity to the point where it can accelerate time. But I can't remember if they even explained it or not. I feel like might have just been some fan explanation I read somewhere.
Don't think they explain it in the anime, because I've rewatched it recently. Okay. And I would have been like...
See, they might not have. But
they just went, oh shit, this is happening, and then like
a really weird thing that was in the manga, but not in the anime, was Giorno. He was mentioned. He wasn't mentioned by any character or anything. It was.
Chat, you hearing this?
If you read the manga, in one of the author's notes, it mentions. I don't think there's an author's note. I think it's like when they're explaining how the Dio's three sons are being pulled to Father Pucci. He does mention that even Giorno might be able to feel it, or something along those lines. I don't remember. It says like he might feel it, or that he can. But that was mentioned, and a lot of people thought he might show up in the end of part 6, but he didn't.
But he did if you watch that video on YouTube.
That's such a good video. Such a good edit. I could only wish. But
amazing callback I just did.
And I don't think that could have maybe felt a little like if you were expecting it and it didn't happen, but
wait. Okay.
But I mean, I think at the time that was like written in, I don't think it was in the original publication. I think that was, it actually might have been. I can't remember if it was the author's note or if it was like just like a narrator like saying that. Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I even read part 6, which is what I'm getting right here.
When was the last time you watched part 6?
So last time I watched I cannot remember what. I know I rewatched it, but I cannot remember when I rewatched it last.
Fake fan.
Oh, it's been a while.
We can chat about characters for a little bit.
Yeah,
like good characters in the show. Like we talked about Foo Fighters, which I think personally is an amazing character.
Yeah.
I just love it from just a representation standpoint. Like just the way that they are is just like really, really cool.
Yeah. A sentient colony of plankton.
As someone who's non-binary, I really resonate with a sentient pile of plankton.
Yeah. Then Foo Fighters is great. Diver Downs user.
Oh.
Because, I mean, you have two people. Out of everyone who's in jail, they would kind of like the two guys, like Weather Report and Nasui, both deserve to be in jail.
Yeah.
But man, are they good antagonists? I mean, what a protagonist.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I love them too, but I love them. There's nothing else there. But I also love Emporio. I think he's really cool. Yeah. I think he's really cryptic, and I don't know what it means. Like the very beginning part where he's like, "Don't go here, don't go to the visiting room." I only really understood what that meant on a second watch, because of that I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then you're like, "Oh yeah, that makes kind of more sense now."
Yeah, and then what was it? I'm trying to think about right now. This is a character. I lost it. I'll come back.
Also, Hermes.
Ooh, that was gonna bring up the voice acting. The voice acting choices for part 6, for the production side of it, were insanely good choices. They picked to do Jolene, which she got into voice acting to voice JoJo's one day. She landed the role of Jolene, and I remember she cried on stage when they announced her. But the weird thing about it is JoJo, again, it's showing that a stereotypical male fan base. The two, like Weather Report and Anasui's voice actor in the Japanese dub, were not fans of JoJo's prior.
Yeah.
But Foo Fighters, Hermes, and Jolene's voice actors all were.
Yeah.
And I know, I think Hermes also voiced Emporio. No, I don't think that's right. I think someone else voiced Emporio. It's been a while. I don't remember Emporio's voice actor. They weren't big in the first batch, and that's when I was watching all the content for it.
Yeah.
Emporio was in the first batch, but he wasn't like I guess the other two characters weren't big either.
Yeah.
But again, the voice actors.
It's the first batch as well.
Yeah.
It's like.
But yeah, no, but they have some. I love Diver Down. I love Anasui.
We've never talked about that. He's one of my favorite characters. But everybody finds him super annoying. Like my mom finds him super annoying, and I'm like, I love him.
He's a weird dude because he kind of just does what he wants.
Yeah. He's
definitely the definition of like chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
Where he just wants to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And he only gets called to action by what he wants to do, which is help Jolene in the part. Like he wants to be with Jolene. And so if there's not a goal where he can help Jolene in that scenario, he's just messing around.
And I think people who say that he's a stagnant character or he doesn't have any character development just didn't watch the ending of the part.
Yeah.
Because you see the character development like through the last little bit of the part. Especially with like the interactions he has with Jotaro.
Yeah.
Like you see the character progression there.
First off, to ask for someone's hand in marriage in the middle of a boss fight is like insane.
Yeah.
But it worked. I mean,
yeah.
They didn't get a chance to do anything about it, but it worked.
Yeah.
At least not in that universe.
Yeah.
It worked out eventually. It would work out eventually, another timeline.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Yeah.
And they chunked his ring.
I was so pissed about that. I was so mad about that.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for that scene because it's so funny.
I saw that for the second time and I was like, what? It caught me off guard twice.
Yeah. He puts the ring in Jolene's hand to like when they're sleeping to just propose, whatever. And it's like, they wake up, Hermes sees it. I was like, oh, what's that? A gator or something like that? And Jolene just like wakes up like, oh, what? And then chunks whatever's in her hand at it, not realizing it was the ring.
Yeah.
I would have cried. No.
I would have cried. I would have cried on both ends of that conversation.
But he definitely stole the ring.
Oh, yeah.
So he can't be he didn't lose money at least.
Yeah.
But it definitely hurt him.
I have one more thing. Just one more. Do you have a favorite fight from the part?
From part 6?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have one? I'm trying to think because I definitely do have a favorite part.
What is the name of the dragon, the green dragon?
That I want to say it's Feng Shui. I want to say it is the dragon's stand is just Feng Shui.
Like Dragon Drake or Green Drake or something? I don't know if that's the English version, like the localized name for it.
The problem is there was a lot of stand fights going on in that middle section of the part.
Yeah.
And I cannot remember a lot of the names from that. I don't even remember the name of the
Dragon Stream.
Dragon Stream. Let's see. And then Planet Waves, thank you. That's the one I was trying to remember too. I'm definitely a better fan than this. I just haven't not looked at part 6's stand names.
What?
I know the localized one's a little better at this point.
Oh, Jailhouse Lock was really interesting.
Jailhouse Lock's fight was pretty interesting.
And then, what was the one with the little alien things in the air?
Yo-Yo Ma. That's this one. Because he was drooling.
No. Not that one. The one with Dio's sons. This one.
The rods. The Sky High.
Yeah.
The rods. Yes.
That one was really cool too. That's an amazing fight we could talk about.
Yeah.
Where she lights herself on fire.
Another thing is, he made up a cryptid and then made an ability to control said cryptid.
Yeah.
It's like the first person to come up with a Chupacabra. It's like, oh yeah, this is like blood-sucking goat. Also, this character can control him too. It's wild. That's what he did. Like, rods aren't like a thing in our world.
What, you don't know about rods?
If they're real, I'm gonna. If they turn to be real after this, I'm gonna like.
You don't know about them?
Please no. If they're real, I'm gonna look like such an idiot. Like I've already said like 20 things here. I look like an idiot already.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like an idiot.
It's okay. I can control them. Piss your pants.
That's why I'm so cold.
But lighting yourself on fire.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, which like father like daughter. Like Jotaro did the same thing against the wheel the car.
Yeah.
The car. The Wheel of Fortune. No.
Yeah.
It's Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Because it's a wheel.
Because it's a tarot card.
Because it's a car wheel.
Yeah, that's the pun there.
I cannot think of what fight I like the most in part 6.
It's just like...
because the end fight, without saying it's the end fight.
I think we could talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. That one was insane.
Honestly, I think all...
I could say any fight and be like, that's insane.
I kind of want to say just Dio's 3 sons.
Yeah.
That whole incident when they're all using their abilities, everything is going haywire, which is insane.
Yeah.
Because even with, I think it's Underground. Over.
I know what it is in English. I just don't like the localized version.
It's been a while since I've even looked at the name of some of these stands. I remember all the
Underworld.
Underworld. I remember all the names of the stands that we have not brought up. Like I knew Survivors, I knew Google Dolls. The ones we were trying to talk about, I just don't know.
Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah. Underworld.
Obviously, I know them by different names, so that's why I was like, ooh.
That was a cool fight.
Yeah.
That
was an insanely cool fight.
Because it bled into Weather Report's ability going off at the same time, and then right before that, you had the craziness of Bohemian Rhapsody. What's the funniest way to defeat it? You know, like my guy just makes it to where your stuff's gone and your stuff doesn't work. It's like, you.
Yeah, you just know you'd. But do you think that anybody else could have come up with that kind of way of defeating that? Do you think that would have worked for anybody else?
I don't think anyone else would have come up with it but Weather Report out of the group.
Yeah.
Because it seems like one of those on-the-nose kind of things that no one else would have thought would have worked.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well, this seems simple. And that's why he did it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you want to think, like, it's because it's so obvious. You're like, that can't work. That won't work. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, my guy just beats your guy. Like, I can't just make up that right now and that work. And it worked.
Yes.
He made up his own person right then and there.
Yeah.
He could have just made up a thing saying this. Like he hunts the enemy stand user up on Bohemian Rhapsody, and that's he just would have had something like hunting this dude.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, because it was a global rain stand too. One of the only global rain stands, I think, or at least one that's noticeably like global.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's another reason why they had to reset part 6 because stands were, by the end of part 6, stands were probably a known thing in that world.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You had some crazy stuff happening in that like just like 2 days.
Yeah.
From when they broke out.
How do you hide that shit? You don't.
You
don't. Reset the universe.
Yeah. That's why Rocky reset it. He was like, I don't know what to do at this point. Hey, the cat's out of the bag. Let me just guess we want to thank you and goodbyes.
Yeah, of course. Whether you're going to watch it, read it, literally any way you want to absorb this media, I would just say, give part 6 another shot. Give it
another rewatch. I mean, or another reread, any way you want to. Again, a little bit of ranting today. That's the whole point of this. And if this brings up a little bit of discussion, we did our jobs, I guess.
Yeah. If you want to argue with us, argue in the comments, rant at us in the comments below, because that's what the comments are for.
Yeah, and if anything, this will just make us better, we'll just better informed at the end of this, because we're...
Also, this is our first episode that we're filming, so...
Yeah, that's true.
If you have any suggestions on topics you'd like us to cover, or any rants you want to rant in the comments, of course.
Yeah, if this gets popular enough, we do want to engage with some of the ones we see and address them.
Yeah.
So definitely bring up your rants on part 6, the good or bad.
Yeah.
Or why things you thought we overlooked, underlooked, and talked about enough. Anything. Yeah. Seriously, we're here to open up the discussion, and that's why we're starting off with such
a bold statement.
A bold statement, I would say, from the fan base. Or not. Again, I keep saying the fan base thing, but the fan base is... I love you. I love the fan base.
Yeah, of course.
So I can't... It's a lot of memes. I love them.
I love the memes.
Guys, I'm definitely in there making memes. But, have a good one.